What's up, you guys? I'm Some Dumb American, and with me, as always, is Scribe. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
And the lovely Ranting Monkey is joining us tonight. Say hi.
Hello.
And it's our Thursday show, so we decided to bring back on fan favorite. Hi, I think I'm real. Say hi.
Hey there.
We did get a super chat before we started from Point Curation. Thank you, Point. You need gum, SDA. Thanks. I appreciate that. I like gum. So how is everybody?
Good. How are you?
I'm
all right. Exhausted.
From what?
From writing the most comprehensive YouTube script that so far in my YouTube career. I'm so excited to publish this weekend, but we can talk about that later.
Okay, yeah, YouTube time.
All right, so what do we have for news?
Okay. Well, let's see. So I'm just gonna do some biggish stories and then skip Popu MSS News because we have a lot of backup in the MSS News list from people because we've been short on time the last few nights. So treat the regular news like potpourri for the sake of fun. How's that sound?
Cool.
Okay.
Do
SDA. Or do we want our guest to do it? Should we have our guest do potpourri? Okay. Real, do you want to be the Vanna White of our potpourri segment?
The Vanna White of your potpourri segment?
Yeah. So I'm going to read sort of shortened versions of what each story is about, and then after I've read them all off, you tell me which one we should start with, and so on.
Oh, great! And I'm excited to be an attractive white woman.
Of course you are.
Yes.
Especially a Vanna White woman.
Oh yeah. Well done.
Okay, so we have Skinny Bill, okay. Russia sanctions, border wall, domestic violence, and the sad one of the set, cop shooting.
I'm okay. Hold on. Let me put on like a Vanna White. I'm gonna go with Skinny Bill.
Very well, Skinny Bill it is. Healthcare debate, turmoil in Senate as Republicans threaten Skinny Bill. And I feel really sorry for Skinny Bill. You know, he was a good cowboy. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. Oh, and there's a breaking update to the story that just appeared. Okay.
Nice.
Speaker Paul Bateman Thursday night on demands from some GOP senators for a conference committee if the Skinny Bill passes the Senate. He said, quote, "It is now obvious that the only path ahead for the Senate is to pass the narrow legislation that it is currently considering. Senators have made clear that this is an effort to keep the process alive, not to make law. If moving forward requires a conference committee, that is something the House is willing to do. But," he said, quote, "we expect the Senate to act first on whatever the conference committee produces." Now, that is in relation to the story below that. The Republican Party's 7-year-long effort to repeal Obamacare fell into turmoil Thursday evening when 4 key GOP senators demanded guarantees House will enter... I'm going to read it as it's written. See you then. Okay. When 4 GOP senators demanded guarantees House will enter negotiations or they'll scuttle the bill. The strange drama, Republican senators employing their own colleagues across the Capitol to vow that they would not pass the bill they are about to pass, unfolded as lawmakers prepared to kick off a long and exhausting open amendment process in the Senate known as Vote-A-Rama. Okay. Crystallized the remarkable dissatisfaction and deep reservations that Republican members feel just outkin the Affordable Care Act. Quote, "I'm not going to vote for a bill that is terrible policy and politics just to get something done," GOP Senator Lindsey Graham said at a press conference. Joined by Senators John McCain, Ron Johnson, and Bill Cassidy, Graham said he has grown increasingly concerned that contrary to GOP leaders' assurances, the bill that the Senate passes would be immediately taken up by the House rather than going to a House-Senate conference for further negotiations and end up on President Donald Trump's desk. Quote, "The Skinny Bill as policy is a disaster. The Skinny Bill as a replacement for Obamacare is a fraud," Graham added. "The Skinny Bill is a vehicle for getting conference to find a replacement." Asked what assurance from House leaders would be satisfactory, the ever-quotable South Carolina senator said, quote, "It's like pornography. You know it when you see it."
Nice.
Wow. Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, and that's kind of the meat and potatoes of the whole story.
He's a wonderful man. He really
he's
is.
a wonderful man, but also like Monkey always underlines is like they had 8 years to come up with something.
8. Goddamn.
Right.
8 years. Well, they had 8. Not only did they have 8 years to come up with something, but they had 8 years of sounding like they already had something ready to go. That's my problem.
Yeah, that's pretty pathetic.
It's like you sounded like you were totally ready to repeal and replace this shit the second it happened, and we are 8 years down the line, and you're just like,
This is incredibly embarrassing. I would be incredibly embarrassed if I were a Republican senator right now.
Yeah, especially one that's been around since the Obama administration, when you were supposedly claiming that you had all this ready to go at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
But anyway, the drama plays out still because they're still debating about it now. So we will see what happens in the next 24 hours. But in the meantime, we have remaining Russia sanctions, border wall, domestic violence, and police shooting.
oh, sorry, not me.
I'm still the Vanna White.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Can I do domestic violence?
Yes, actually, you might be able to, according to this story. Same-sex domestic violence court with unintended problem. Columbia, South Carolina. A South Carolina Supreme Court ruling meant to give unmarried same-sex partners the same domestic violence protections as homosexuals appears to have an unintended consequence. Now authorities might not be able to charge any unmarried person with beating their partner.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Here we go. Attorney General Alan Wilson has joined with a gay woman who successfully sued the state to ask the justices to rewrite their Wednesday ruling. Otherwise, they'll have to rely on the conservative legislature to change a solution the woman's lawyer, Bakari Sellers, said might get stuck in partisan bickering over the morality of same-sex relationships. The problem, as the rights movement gained national momentum, state lawmakers changed the domestic violence law in 1994 by adding male and female to the South Carolina Code, which initially didn't mention gender. A decade later, they didn't remove the words when they significantly overhauled the law and increased penalties for domestic abuse in 2015. Quote, "What we don't want to do is embarrass the state of South Carolina and have it devolve down into partisan politics," Sellers said. The court unanimously struck down wording that applied the domestic violence law to households where a, quote, "male and female who are cohabitating or formerly have cohabited," unquote. With that phrase entirely eliminated, prosecutors and law enforcement officials worry that domestic violence charges can only married people or direct relatives. What now?
You're
roboting a little bit.
I'm roboting a little bit.
You're a little underwater.
Like now or before?
No, you're good.
now
Now.
you sound
Before,
good.
you're fine now.
And now you sound
Okay,
so
I was.
good.
You sound sexy.
Oh yes, yes. Oh wait, sorry, I got to do Al Pacino after last night.
Okay, that's
So yeah, they screwed up, and now apparently you can beat your partner so long as you're not married.
Wow.
That's the brilliance of South Carolina, apparently. Yeah, I know. So everybody who's a partner beater, or like wants to not have any further complications with your BDSM practices, go to South Carolina.
Yeah, knock yourself out. Or someone else.
Or someone else. Okay, so remaining we have Russia sanctions, border wall, and police shooting.
I'll take Russia sanctions, please.
I keep going to like answer, and I'm like, never mind.
It's such an ingrained reflex. I've trained you well in more ways than one.
Wow.
Senate sends Russia sanctions to on Thursday passed sweeping legislation slapping new sanctions on Russia and rebuking President Donald Trump in a bill that now will head to the president's desk. The bill, which gives Congress new powers to block Trump from easing sanctions against Moscow, passed the Senate 98-2. It passed the House on Tuesday 490. The measure is one of the first major bipartisan pieces of legislation passed during Trump's presidency, and it effectively ties the hands of the president when it comes to easing Russian Russia's sanctions. It also includes new sanctions on Iran and North Korea, and was a product of lengthy negotiations between the House and Senate that devolved into finger-pointing between the two parties and chambers several times before an agreement was finalized. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders told reporters that the president would review the sanctions bill. She did not say whether Trump would sign or veto the measure. Quote, "We'll review this and let you know what we do," she told reporters. This is the press secretary, the new press secretary, better than Sean Spicer, I assume.
I hope.
Let's see. Lawmakers who spearheaded the sanctions deal, however, were highly skeptical that Trump would actually veto a bill that passed with overwhelmingly veto-proof majorities in both chambers. Well, if they're veto-proof majorities, he can't veto it, can he? Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Well, he could still veto it. They could just override him.
Right. So he can't veto it.
Basically, yeah.
Let's see. Quote, "I had a conversation with the president just in the last few days. I've talked to Secretary of State Rex Tillerson Tuesday night. I don't think that's real," said Senate Foreign Relations Committee Chairman Bob Corker. Quote, "I just can't imagine. You look at the vote count." Yes. Okay. That's basically it. So, yeah, the branches of government are actually kind of doing their jobs a little bit.
Wow, that's interesting.
I know.
It's interesting that that's interesting.
I know. It's depressing that that's interesting. Okay, and remaining we have border wall and police shooting.
Give me the wall.
Okay, so something else that flew under the radar today, I suppose. House GOP passes $788 billion bill for Pentagon and border wall. The Pentagon. The House passed a $788 billion spending bill Thursday that combines a $1.6 billion down payment for President Donald Trump's controversial border wall with Mexico with a whopping budget increase for the Pentagon. The 235 to 192 vote both eases a large backlog of unfinished spending bills and gives Trump and his House GOP allies political wins heading into the August recess. Challenging hurdles remain in front of the measure, however, which will meet with more powerful Democratic opposition in the Senate. The 326-page measure would make good on longtime GOP promises to reverse an erosion in military readiness. It would give veterans programs a 5% increase and fund a 2.4% military pay raise. GOP leaders use the popularity of the Pentagon and veterans programs to power through Trump's border wall. Quote, "Every single dime the president requested to start building a wall on our southern border, he's going to get," said House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy. "Most importantly, we're sending more to the VA to fix veterans' health care and reform outdated VA systems." So you used veterans as your Trojan horse to get the border wall through. Okay. Sounds legit.
Can't wait to see how ineffective that wall is.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. Well, now we have the best for last, don't we?
Well, not really, but it is something that happened just a couple hours before the stream started. So and there's not a lot of information right now, but it's, oh boy. Okay, anyway. Southport police officer dies after Homecroft shooting. This is from Indianapolis. A Southport, and the circumstances are so bizarre. A Southport police officer died Thursday after being shot while responding to a crash. The incident occurred just after 2:30 p.m. Thursday near Maynard Drive and Madison Avenue in Homecroft, a Perry Township town located approximately 8 miles south of Indianapolis. Police say the deceased officer, identified as Southport Lieutenant Aaron Allen, and a Homecroft officer, responded to the scene after reports of an inverted vehicle. That's when police say, quote, "Shots were fired by one of the vehicle's occupants, striking the Southport lieutenant." He was going to help people that crashed their car.
Jeez, that blows.
IMPD said the 38-year-old lieutenant was shot multiple times. EMS arrived and transported him to the Eskenazi Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. He is survived by his wife and children. During a press conference, Southport Police Chief Thomas Vaughn said Lieutenant Allen was a 6-year veteran with the department, and he had nearly 20 years of law enforcement experience. Both occupants of the car are being held at Eskenazi for further investigation, which is being handled by IMPD. I'm trying to see if they say anything about motive or anything. No, they're still looking into it. But
that is some really shitty shit.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why? I'll be really curious to find out who did this and what their supposed motivation was. If it was some kind of sovereign citizen bullshit, oh man.
Oh,
I hope not. But not that it matters really. A cop's dead, but anyway.
I feel really terrible for the wife and kids. That's
That's
the worst.
Sucks.
Senseless, just absolutely senseless.
Yeah, but that's why I chose the story last, because I wanted us to be completely miserable moving into the next segment.
Sure, appreciate that. Has anybody seen Shady Grin yet?
I have not.
I have not.
Okay, so for the chat's edification, if you weren't here 2 nights ago, near the end of the stream, Shady Grin paid to have a custom ad read. I have since written that ad, and as soon as he's here, because he said he wouldn't be able to attend until Thursday night, as soon as he's here, we'll get that out of the way. So oh, there he is. Hey, well, perfect time. Hey. All right, so is everybody ready to read their parts?
Pull up the script real quick.
Yeah. Let me pull up the script.
Everybody get your script ready.
You should have done a performance, like a dress rehearsal, you know?
It's better. We'll do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We do our best work when we're not prepared.
I know, right? Okay, Shady.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Monkey, are you ready?
I am ready.
Real, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, totally.
SDA, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. In the secret world of furries, life is but a masquerade of playful animals and fuzzy friendship.
Look at me. I'm a monkey.
I'm a bunny. Let's be friends.
But hidden within the completely normal and not at all disturbing fantasy hides a dark predator and his evil henchmen. Heil the Furrer! See the innocent convention of adult animals overrun by ferocious fascists. Hear the cries of woe from the innocent cosplay creatures.
Who will save us from the furred Reich?
Feel the fuzziness through the revolutionary peltorama process, only at select theaters. After this convention, you'll never look at grown adults in animal costumes the same way again. Shady Grin Productions invites you to Heil the Furrer.
Yay.
Yay.
There you go. And I'm going to post the link to the article that entire thing was based on. Because I read the entire article. I swear to God that thing is going to turn into a documentary of its own. And if it doesn't, like a Netflix special, I'll be amazed. There you go.
Right.
That
was awesome. That was well done.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for participating. That wouldn't have been the same
chance.
We have one man.
One in a world.
So foregoing the potpourri usual routine, we're going to go straight to MSS News. So chat, if you have stories that you'd like us to take a look at or read, please send them to us via Twitter using the hashtag MSS News, and we will give them a look and might read them on the air. I'm going to dedicate the remainder of news time to MSS News stories because we do have quite a backlog. So I'm going to scroll back a good ways and move forward. And on the off chance that my early onset Alzheimer's has hit me and we've already covered this story, just one of you guys just shout out and tell me to stop.
I'll tell you.
Okay. Let's see.
And by the way, guys, thank you so much for always sending those in. I know we don't always get to them, but it really is great. It helps us a lot.
Yeah. I should have gotten a glass of water before I started this, but well, if I start fading out, I'll take a break for a second. Okay, so we have one from Florida Tranny 66 or Persephone 66 on Twitter. This is pertinent to yesterday's big news. Kristen Beck, transgender Navy SEAL hero, quote, "Let's meet face to face and you tell me I'm not worthy." A retired Navy SEAL Team 6 hero who is transgender had a message for President Donald Trump after he announced the U.S. military would bar transgender people from serving. Quote, "Let's meet face to face and you tell me I'm not worthy," Kristen Beck, a 20-year veteran of the Navy SEALs, told Business Insider on Wednesday. "Transgender doesn't matter, do your service," she said. Beck said Trump's abrupt change in policy would negatively affect many currently or wanting to serve many. How about many who are? How about many who are currently or wanting to serve? How about that, Business Insider? Does CNN write your stories for you? Or sorry, the Washington Post write your stories for you?
Everything comes from the Washington Post.
Could negatively affect many currently or wanting to serve in the military. The RAND Corporation estimated in 2016 that there were between 1,320 and 6,630 transgender people serving. Many of them just want to serve their country like everyone else, Beck said. Being transgender doesn't affect anyone else. We are liberty's light. If you can't defend that for everyone, that's an American citizen. That's not right. Beck is not just your average service member. Born Christopher Beck, she served for 20 years in the Navy with SEAL Teams 1, 5, and eventually the Elite 6. She deployed 13 times over 2 decades, including stints in Bosnia, Iraq, and Afghanistan. She received the Bronze Star Award for Valor and the Purple Heart for wounds suffered in combat. That's basically it. She doesn't like it.
So this is a male to female?
Yes.
And she was serving as male to female?
I believe I don't think she transitioned until after she came. Yeah, I believe it was afterwards.
So then it wasn't an issue while she was in the military.
I don't believe it was, no.
So then why are we having this fucking conversation?
I don't know.
Because it suits the narrative, dear.
Because if you're not actually transgender or like transitioning while you're in the military, then it's kind of irrelevant.
That's true. But there,
so this is,
there is a pretty stark example that I have found of an individual who served 3 tours in Iraq as a combat trooper, 2 of which they served as a female, 1 of which they served as a male. And that person's name is Shane Ortega, who I've been doing a lot of research on with this big script that I'm working up for one of my videos on this whole topic. And it is an interesting point of contention because hormone replacement therapy is a procedure which is going to continue into the remainder of the lifetime of a transgender person. And there are a lot of side effects, some of which are as mild as stomach discomfort, and some of which are as extreme as depression. And so that is a contention that I think that people have to tackle in a very fair and balanced way. But there are people like this Shane Ortega person who is more of a man than I'll likely ever be, who have demonstrated that hey, look, I served 2 tours as a woman, 1 tour as the man that I wanted to become, and is doing well and everything is fine. So just that person in themselves are like sort of like a living testament to the fact that maybe it's not a problem in the way that it's being construed. Maybe we're looking at this the wrong way. I don't know.
Silence.
Oh,
I was just waiting for somebody to.
Yeah, so was I.
Well, I don't really have anything to add to it. I mean, one, going from male to female is a lot different than going from female to male, especially if you're talking hormone replacement. The changes that the hormones bring are a lot different. A woman is going to become stronger if she's taking male hormones. A man is not going to be a stronger soldier taking female hormones. It does bring about a lot of issues that, I mean, this isn't like gays in the military. This is a much bigger issue than that, because there's a lot more to it. This isn't just, hey, that guy likes to bang guys. This is, hey, that dude is actually going to change his body, his physical abilities, based on thinking he wants to be a chick. I just think there's a lot more to it than just, well, there's one who was able to fight. Yeah. Outliers are going to exist, and I don't know where the outliers are in this situation.
Sorry,
go ahead. You go ahead.
Obviously, I agree with the decision to not allow them to be in the military, and I think that it sucks for the outliers and it sucks for the people who would be able to do it. But I think until we, at least until we know a lot more and we have a lot more information about it, I think it's better to play it safe, because, it's not Applebee's, it's the military.
Yeah.
And so that's where I fall on it.
Okay.
And so the thing is that if the issue is combat effectiveness, then is not like, or would you not see that maybe a universal ban, which is what this is, at least Trump's words were in any capacity, is that sort of a strange like exaggeration? If the combat readiness is the issue, well, there are ways to serve without being combat ready. So why not admit people that are transgendered into those roles?
Kind of how we don't admit women. Well, we used to not admit women into combat roles, but there were a lot of other roles that they could take where they don't see a day of combat.
Yeah, like
that I wouldn't have an issue with.
That's one of the reasons why, like, well, there are a lot of reasons about this whole thing that I've been doing research on. For instance, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff had no idea that this was going to happen, and he is the primary advisor on military policy to the president. So that's very concerning. But the other thing too is that if the concern is combat readiness, if the concern is medical cost, if the concern is disruption, then why do a universal, all-encompassing ban? Why say that there can be 0 transgender Americans who will join our ranks, even if they do meet the mental and physical sort of rigorous standards that we've set for everyone else? If that issue is so pressing, it doesn't make any sense to me that it would be fixed by just completely excluding any transgender person from coming in. If you could just say, hey, sorry, we don't know if you're going to be okay in combat, so you can only follow. You can do an engineering thing, or you can be here or there, but you can't be combat ready. We can't count on you being combat ready, but you can be over here. That would make more sense, and I think that'd be more consistent with that narrative. But I just don't. The way that it's playing out, it doesn't strike me as I don't know,
my answer to that would be pretty simple. It's that this is not just a matter of where you can go through, and by the estimates, there's what, 2,500 trans in the military.
Anywhere from 1,300 to 6,600.
2,500 estimated in active, and then 1,500 estimated in reserve.
Real quick, Monkey. Thank you, Terry Diamantis. I think we should allow transgenders in, but only as cannon fodder.
Yikes!
I think that violates possibly the Geneva Convention and
it's a war
lot
crime.
of things.
I know that he's joking or she's joking, but that's a little rough.
I laughed. I ain't gonna lie. It's not as simple as, okay, we can take this on a case-by-case basis, or okay, we're gonna let you come in and you're gonna work in an office till we figure this out. Because what happens if they do say, okay, you know what? No, you're just not ready. Then they have to go through the process of kicking this out, and then it's going to the courts, because that's what's going to happen now. A blanket ban just keeps them from having to deal with the excess stuff that's going to come from this. I see what you're saying. I don't necessarily disagree, but again, this isn't Applebee's. This is the United States military.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and I think that there's a lot of debate to be had on it. And let's face it, even if this goes through, the second that there's a more liberal president in the White House, it'll probably be reversed. So,
Yeah. But there's also then the logistical issue of, what do we do with the thousands of transgender people that are in the military right now? And that's tough.
Are they, because I don't know, but are they planning on kicking them out, or is it a from here on out kind of thing? Because that's...
We have no information, because there has been literally 0 writing directive other than the 3 tweets that Trump tweeted out on the morning.
Right.
Yeah. And that was our...
Thank you, Point Curation. What about specific exceptions for trans soldiers? I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. but that's something that I was really confused by. Not only that the Joint Chief of Staff, who is a Marine general, had no idea that Trump was going to announce this, but he hasn't submitted anything to the Secretary of Defense, who would then finalize a policy change. And so, I mean, nothing's even set in stone, really. I mean, as far as reality is concerned, Trump made an announcement, but that's it. That's all, and no actual policy is being carried out. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said that they're going to carry out as usual until the Secretary of Defense is notified of a policy change and then carries those out. But what's upsetting is that there isn't a written directive, and there was when the Obama administration lifted the transgender ban, and then made it acceptable for transgender troops to serve openly in the military. There was this whole directive. There's a PDF you can download. It's just like 2 pages long, that had dates and expectations and policy changes and how those would play out. And so it's just very frustrating because now the whole world's kind of thrown into a frenzy. What do we expect? What's going to happen to these people that are serving right now? Can they expect honorable discharges? Or are they going to get OTH discharges and then just be completely barred from receiving their military benefits? I mean, these are legitimate concerns. And
yeah, and we won't have any idea.
I would be more in favor of them being allowed to stay in the military, just because it's not fair, in my opinion, to hit them with the consequences of a rule that didn't apply until after they, were already accepted and they were already doing stuff.
Yeah, this is why we talked about yesterday. This should have been a formal policy announcement instead of a fucking tweet.
Yeah.
Because we just don't know.
Yeah, and the language is so, definitive in the tweets that, well, none shall serve. Like, okay, so is this retroactive to everybody who is currently? We don't know. We don't know. And
yeah.
But anyway, let's move on because we've only got so much time. So this one comes from His Kitten. Is from yesterday, and man, I love the headline to this. It kind of tells the story all by itself. But here we go. Women on tubing trip get stranded overnight because they thought the river ran in a circle.
Oh my God!
What?
For fuck's sake!
What?
They thought it was.
Yeah, they thought it was an amusement. Their only experience prior to this, and I'm guessing, was inner tubing at SeaWorld or amusement park or something.
Yeah, I'm like, that only happens in a water park.
Yeah.
So 3 Michigan women on a tubing trip became stranded overnight because they thought the river they were in ran in a circle and would deposit them back at the place they started.
Was this the Muskegon River?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
Can you give me a second to read the story? Jesus.
No, don't talk to me.
What are you, SDA?
Fight me, bitch.
Yeah, okay. Twin Lake, Michigan. A nice trip downriver turned nightmarish for 3 women who found themselves stranded after heeding some faulty advice. MLive reports that the 3 women, all Michigan residents, showed up at the launch site near Maple Island Road Bridge on Tuesday afternoon. It was their first time tubing down the Muskegon River.
Haha, I knew it.
Okay, good for you. Someone near the bridge reportedly told the trio that the river runs in a circle and would eventually bring them back to wherever they started.
That was somebody
and if you look up gullible in the dictionary, believing it would be a quick and easy trip, the women happily set off around 4 p.m. 6 hours later, they were still floating down the river. With darkness setting in, the trio got out of the water and stayed near the riverbank. With no water, food, or phone to call for help, they huddled around each other and yelled for help all night, according to WZZM. The next morning, the women went back into the water and were eventually found by 2 fishermen just before noon. The fishermen called rescuers, who escorted the ladies back to dry land. All 3 women appeared to be fine, save for some scratches and insect bites, and IQs through the basement. Oh my God.
Oh, we went. So you guys know that I'm in Atlanta, and you can, if you live in Georgia, you may or may not have been to Helen before, which is a place where you can go tubing down an actual river, not like a big river. It's like a whatever. And we went when there was a drought in Georgia, so the water level was super low. And I have scars from that shit. That was it was me, my mom, and then a couple of friends and her mom, and people were getting stuck in trees. We lost 3 shoes, and everybody has scars. It was a mess. It was a mess.
Yeah, nature sucks.
No, there's not in Atlanta and Connecticut, okay? Because I'm not in Connecticut.
I was going to say. But my question was going to be, can you go to hell and back? Anyway,
we
next
deserve
one.
To be punished for that.
I know, the Punisher. The next story comes from staff reporter Colleen Bernier. This is from a couple of days ago, but that's all fine. And I don't think we read this one. Woman admits to deliberately sinking fiance's kayak and drowning him after growing tired of, quote, kinky sex demands.
Had enough of his shit.
This is an incredible case in favor of having sex before marriage. I think this is an incredible case. It should be required because now,
like, how do you know? Like, what if you go to do thank you so much, by the way, for the butterscotch dance. That's like my favorite thing.
The butterscotch dance.
Favorite
I thought you were going to say the butt sex. Okay, keep
no.
going.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was
if you're going to do the butt sex.
Like, what if you get married to somebody, you're all excited to do the butterscotch dance, and then, like, you know, he's got a 10-foot-long dick and it doesn't fit. Like, what do you do?
Well, for myself, I have an easy solution. I just have to tell the anecdote that I was president of the bondage club in college, and that pretty much breaks the ice right there before marriage.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
You just have to know. It's kind of like when you buy a horse, right? You need to examine the horse all around. You just got to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah,
and then
it's like buying a horse.
Yeah, marriage is like buying a horse.
Like any brothel, you have to examine the whores all around.
There you go.
Yeah. Angelica Graswald had earlier told police her fiance, Vincent Villafore, quote, wanted threesomes, porn, everything. Oh my God.
So he was
wow,
a dude.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. A woman has admitted pulling the plug on her fiance's kayak so it filled with water and drowned him after becoming tired of his alleged demands for sex, porn, and threesomes. Angelica Graswald, 37, broke down in tours, not tears. Tours. Broke down and if you look to your right, you'll see the leaning tower of fuck you. Okay. In tours as she pleaded guilty to criminally negligent homicide, admitting she pulled the plug on her fiance.
Wait.
Yes.
So she pleads guilty, right?
Yes.
And she's breaking down in tours. So does that mean like she's actually giving tours? Like
that's what I said. If you look off to your right, you'll see the leaning tower of fuck you. Yeah, she broke down in tours. According to the Mirror, this is the Mirror, who gets their editorial content from CNN, Washington Post. Let's see. She had been facing murder and manslaughter charges, but pleaded guilty to the lesser charge. Prosecutors had claimed she wanted to cash in on Villafore's $250,000 life insurance policy.
Wow.
The 37-year-old admitted to knowing he was drinking, that he was not wearing a life vest, and that the locking clip to his paddle was missing.
So this is partially his fault.
Graswald from
blaming.
Yeah, Graswald from Latvia.
Maybe like give her a little quiz, like pass her a note like at dinner, like open me, and she's like, and then it's like, will you let me tie you up and stick a plunger up your ass? Circle yes or no, and
well,
get it out of the way.
There are such quizzes for such things, but
I can. Oh my God!
As a side anecdote, I went to a wedding a couple of years ago where it was two people that I didn't know. I was going with a friend, and in the middle of the after the wedding and ceremony and everything at the reception, my friend leans to me and says, "Yeah, I've known her for a couple of years, but they've been together for 10 years." And I was like, 10 years before getting married? That's weird. And she's like, "Yeah, and they've never had sex." And I'm like, "What?" And she says, "Yeah, they're like Christian Scientists or something. It's against their religion." I'm like, "Oh my God. Well, they're either in for the best or worst time of their life in about 24 hours."
Probably the worst.
Yeah. Virgin sex is not good.
Yeah.
That's so bad. I feel terrible for people that do that to themselves.
Okay,
let's buy a car without test driving it. That's all I'm
saying. Right. Exactly. You
wouldn't buy a horse without,
Horse. Oh, wait. Okay, this one comes from the Jack Cochran, staff reporter Jack Cochran.
Jack Cochran.
It's a great reporter name, Jack Cochran. And a video is going to play because I don't want it to, does it? Yes, of course, sure. Okay. Creepy clown with machete arrested in Waterboro.
Where's Waterboro?
This is in Maine, so Stephen King country.
Whoa! Hey, that's awesome. Was he? Well, there is no town of Derry in Maine.
No, there isn't.
That would have tickled my nerd penis.
No, this is from Hollis, Maine. It's the end of July, and we already have the first creepy clown sighting of the year in Maine, and state police say this one was holding a machete. The first 911 call came just after 6 p.m. Tuesday. According to State Trooper Adam Schmidt, concerned residents in Hollis spotted a man walking near Little Mart on Plains Road wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and a clown mask, holding a machete. He then reportedly ran off into the woods. State police say they had trouble tracking him down in the woods, and additional calls came in over the next hour. But just after 7 p.m., they say they saw him pop out of the woods near 688 Townhouse Road in Waterboro. 31-year-old Corey Berry of Hollis was taken into custody and charged with criminal threatening. He was transported to York County Jail and posted $200 bail. I think this man only has one arm.
Whoa.
Well, that's worse than being a clown.
Additionally, his machete was duct taped to his arm, which state police say was apparently amputated. Holy fuck. This guy was running around with a machete arm.
That's
a machete arm
cool.
clown.
That's kind of cool, though.
That is kind of cool.
Sick.
Like, I'm into that.
That's fucking awesome.
I put the link in the chat for people to take a look at the pictures because that's like supervillain level of crazy.
Right?
Hashtag free machete clown. Let's get it trending. Hashtag free machete clown.
Oh, and the story was also sent to us by Le Nuggets as well, just as a note, because our viewers are very keen-eyed in finding the kinds of things we want to read.
Oh, it doesn't show him like dressed up as the clown. That's a bunch of bullshit.
No, hold on. Here's a
somebody give this man a photo shoot.
The video. Or here's a story that's got a dash cam photo of him in full costume.
Oh, good.
Here, I'll post this to the chat. There you go. Look at that one. That one was the one posted to us from Le Nuggets. Let's see. We've got time for what? One or two more? Probably just one more. Let me find something from someone I don't.
Ooh, that is like supervillain style.
I know.
I love it. I love it. See, if you're gonna murder people, do it this way.
Do it this way.
Oh,
that way is fun.
Okay.
Does he look cool? He looks cool.
That looks awesome. He looks like the lead singer of a band or something.
Yeah, Hollywood Undead probably. So let's end with a Florida man story because why not?
Sweet.
This also comes from our chief Florida correspondent, Colleen Bernier, and staff reporter, Colleen Bernier.
Florida man.
And Florida man, boy, oh boy. Florida man loses testicle, toes, finger to alligator while bathing in pond.
Testicle, toes, and...
Oh, my God.
Did he skip the alligator, skip the leg?
A 68-year-old man from Florida lost his left index finger, two toes, and a testicle. Just a testicle. After he was attacked by an alligator. Frederick Iman was bathing in a retention pond in Port Charlotte, something he says he does regularly because he is homeless. He said he checked the pond for alligators before he stepped in and didn't see the gator until it attacked him from behind. Quote, I turned around and I know I punched it in the eye, he told NBC2. I tried to get it away and it tried to pull me in. Iman fought the 9-foot-long reptile off and was able to walk himself to a nearby surgery center where staff called 911. The senior, who describes himself as a self-taught physical health arts professional, said he plans to go back to the streets once he's discharged. Quote, it's just what happened, and I got to deal with it. I got to get back onto the street. Missing a finger and two toes, that's not really pleasant. I would be more concerned about the testicle myself, but I don't know.
Well, this dude isn't going to be, plowing any fields, so to speak, if he's a self-taught health fucking whatever professional. So basically, he's just homeless and dirty, I think is what that means.
Yeah, and I'm going to go bathe in a retention pond.
Yeah, I mean, that's like still water too, isn't it? I mean, it's got to be just full of all kinds of disgusting microbes.
Yeah, gross stuff. Oh, SD, I meant to ask, I didn't notice your title until a few minutes ago. Did you want me to read a story about the Scaramucci stuff?
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is like the second time that I've put something in a title and we've like almost not talked about it.
Yeah, no,
I apologize.
I pulled up the story several minutes ago, but I forgot to mention it until now for whatever reason.
I'm glad you pay better attention to my titles than I do.
All right, so I'll go over this briefly because there's not a whole lot to the story, but of course the reaction by social media is far more extensive than the actual story itself so far. Anthony Scaramucci outburst prompts huge reaction on social media. Observers make hay with the White House communication chief's language, while others make serious points about the political impact. Anthony Scaramucci's foul-mouthed rant against his White House colleagues has provided a field day for wags and wits on social media. Okay. Donald Trump's new communications chief unleashed a barrage of invective at Reince Priebus and Steve Bannon during an interview with The New Yorker, with the chief of staff described as, quote, paranoid fucking schizophrenic, and the chief strategist accused of being a rather too fond of himself. Okay, the entire world is written by the Washington Post. The entire world is written by Chris Cillizza. This is just the way it is. Yeah, okay. He also said he wanted to kill all the leakers. Amid the political knockabout, there were also plenty of observers making the point that the remarks exposed starkly the divisions in the White House and could weaken or degrade the presidency. But let's start with David Axelrod. Well, why should we? Okay, the former Obama advisor who hoped that the former Wall Street banker would be kept away from the Boy Scouts. Others made hay with the colorful language used by the man who likes to be known as the Mooch. Oh, God, he gave himself his own nickname.
You can't do that.
Anthony the Mooch Scaramucci. Oh, my God.
Hey, just call me the Mooch. I mean, that's just what they call me.
It's the Mooch. Hey, look at the Mooch. Hey,
it's a Parmesan. It's salami, man. It's call me the Mooch.
This is the funniest tweet. I'll send a link out to the story so people can see this. But they list a bunch of tweets from people. The one that's funniest is someone named Holly O'Reilly. I don't know who that is, but she's got a check mark next to her name. She says, "Hey Scaramucci, we made you a hat," and the hat is a red hat, like the "Make America Great Again" hat, but it says "Suck your own cock."
We got a super chat, by the way, but so you guys
thank
know.
you, Super Steven. Just stopping in before I clock into work to say Chatelet.
Chatelet. You still haven't heard Chatelet, have
Did I
you?
do it right?
You were close.
Mostly, you're close.
Okay.
I gotta send you a link to the song so you know what we're talking about.
Okay, just real quick, just stopping in before I clock into work to say Heil Hitler, everyone, and to make it rain on the beautiful last year. Thank you, Stephen.
You mean Heil the Fur?
The fur.
You know what? I'm not good at my alt-right sayings. I know about the 1488s, and I know about the gassing the dikes, but you know,
we must secure the future for the white children.
I'm really bad at being an alt-righter. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. It's a character flaw.
Yeah, there's not much more to the story. They're just like, this is like the worst introduction for a communications director you could ask for, which is pretty much standard practice now for the Trump administration.
It's the best.
I think it's kind of fitting. Yeah, you got nowhere to go but up from here. So
I guess that's one way to look at it.
I feel like he's starting at the top. Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, because like, look, here's the thing: politicians aren't people usually, and I think that this just shows that politicians are people too.
Oh, he's not a politician, though, is he? I thought he was a Wall Street guy.
Yeah,
but he's kind of like a politician now.
He's going to be in the Capitol Hill circle for a while,
Yeah.
and we're going to be hearing from him. So it's kind of nice to know that he might tell someone to fuck themselves, and it's like super refreshing.
And he might do something that I would do.
If he wears the "suck your own cock" hat, then I'll give him credit.
That would be great. But that's
walks around with that on.
That's what wins now. We're in that age of politics.
I think I think it's a good thing because I think it blows like the bullshit off of politics. That's good. I think it's good.
It blows. I won't deny that one. But anyway, that aside, unless there's something else, we are now into YouTube time.
Sweet.
YouTube time. It's time for YouTube time.
Whoa. Okay.
I guess you guys need transitional music. I'll start.
Yeah, we need bumper music for this shit.
He's showing us up on our own show, man.
I know, right?
Knock that shit off.
SDA, take back the night.
What?
Nothing. Oh yeah, what is Real a lord of? By the way, we didn't even do the Lords of the Night thing.
Yeah, I know. It's because I don't like doing it.
Can it be the Lord of the Sweet Pussy?
I was gonna say Lord of the Blade Cut.
Sweet pussy.
Lord of the Blade Cut. That was mine. Gonna be my.
The Blade Cut? Is that what you call my haircut?
Yeah, because my friend in junior high had that same hair, but they called it a blade cut because it was like, you know, sliced like a blade kind of thing on the edge.
I don't know what my haircut is. I'm in a screamo band. That's just all you need to know.
Lord of Screams.
It explains a lot for sure.
I get on I do the whole like Hawthorne Heights. I sing like they do. You know, with the just like the super whiny, like cut my wrists and black my eyes, and it's like, and I do that. Yeah, and then like, and you do that stuff, and then it all makes sense. The ensemble makes sense.
Yeah,
so.
all right. Well, let's see. Monkey's the Lord of Pain, and SDA is the Lord of Puppies. You can be the Lord of Screams. That's pretty cool.
I want to be Lord of Sweet Pussy, but that's fine. That's okay.
Well, you can be Lord of Sweet Pussy if you want. That's fine.
Everybody wants to be Lord.
Yes! Monkey certainly can't be that, but you can have that. That's certainly.
You can eat me, bitch.
Yeah, that's fine. So, SDA, it's your show. Who shall talk about YouTube first?
I guess I'll go first since mine's pretty short. I made a short video about the trannies and stuff, so it's not. If you watch the streams, like, you already know what it says, so it's not a big. I'm not the Lord of Big Hands. Scribe can go fuck himself.
Who said that? Who said that?
FD Swayze.
Oh my God! I mentioned that to no one. I said that to no one before the stream started.
No. I said it in chat. I complained.
Oh, you did.
Chat. Calm down.
She did it.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Out.
No, I thought somebody had this like.
Hi, Bearing. Anyway,
that's funny.
So if you watch the streams, you already know what I said. So
that's hilarious. Lord of Big Hands.
Do you have big hands?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
Okay, so what happened was before the stream, SJ was sitting there, and the way she was sitting with her hand sort of up at her face, she's got either the angle or something of the camera or the lighting made her hand look humongous in relation to the size of her face.
Was she doing this?
No, but so I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this for a minute because she's sitting there for like 30 seconds in that position, and I'm just kind of like, that's got to be wrong. And I say, you have gigantic hands. And she's like, fuck you. And I said, you could throw pumpkins with those things. And she's just like, no. And then she pulled her hand back and then sort of retained a proportional shape. So I think it was just a matter of the perspective.
Now we know why she doesn't have a boyfriend. She doesn't need one.
Yourself, Monkey.
Well, she is for anyway. Never mind.
You know what they say about big hands.
She's got a honking dick.
Yeah. It's the big Austrian sausage, you know.
Ostra sausage.
Okay. Who wants to go next? Monkey, you go next.
Sure, I'll go next. I didn't do anything. I'm working on something. Finally putting together the infamous Star Wars stream as its own little video, so we can, for people, because we get asked about it a lot. What the hell are we talking about? Where's it at? Where can we find it? Putting it together in a single video.
Oh, there is something that I did work on. I forgot to mention this. The Baywatch channel is like up and ready. So in case you guys don't know, I'm going to tell you guys again. Baywatch is a show that Mara and I are going to do together on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So
Don't
it'll
forget,
be...
me and Scribe have a show at 7 p.m. on Saturdays.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, so I just put the link to Baywatch in the chat, and I'm going to throw it in the description. So go subscribe to that. We will be doing the first show on my channel, and we'll be swapping back and forth until Baywatch gets up to 1,000 subscribers. But everything is going to be archived on Baywatch. So
I was the second subscriber, just for the record.
Yeah,
you're number 2.
He's just that awesome.
Yeah.
You're number 2. Congratulations.
Number 2.
I mean, the first one was me, which doesn't count, so
then I was 1. Fuck yes. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. Everybody go subscribe to Baywatch.
Let's go subscribe
to Baywatch.
All right, Scribe, what'd you do?
So I did a video today on someone who I'd never heard of before, but who has apparently got her own TV show and was a Nickelodeon kid and such things. Amanda Seals. I was completely unaware. She's okay looking, I guess. But she posted something the other day on a series she's started called Gem Droppin'. And I'm not mispronouncing that. There's no G at the end of that. There's Gem Droppin'.
Gem drop.
And the gem that she dropped on this particular, I think it's her inaugural episode, was the difference between personal struggles and white privilege.
Oh,
And it was ridiculously informative. And yeah, so I'll just say, go watch it. I don't know if I'll be revisiting her channel again in the near future otherwise, but I came across this and I'd never heard of her before. But she has a TV show. So like I say, I usually don't do like, just YouTube opinion people, but she's got a television show of her own where she does like commentaries and stuff. So
it's
it's
just more reach.
legit. Yeah. So there's that.
I always feel so bad for people that are sort of like reaffirming the sociology 101 narrative. Because I have a textbook lying around somewhere here, and I'm thinking about doing a series where I go through it. It's a sociology textbook that has like white privilege as a term and like institutional racism as a term, and like all of these talking points that you hear that makes everyone groan. I mean, it's like in an academic setting in a very expensive textbook. And so I always feel so terrible for these people that feel so changed by this new way of looking at the world, and they come out onto the internet. I had one of my exes did this, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so fired up about feminism, and I'm just gonna go on the internet and I'm gonna talk about feminism." And she did, and I saw her first video. It got like 10,000 views and like 800 dislikes and 26 likes. It was so bad, and she pretty much just got chased off the internet. And so I feel terrible. I mean, these people are in this very safe environment where they're talking about these concepts, and they come out into the world with the rest of us, and people just tear them apart. And
you're setting them for failure, because I mean, like the lady that I did the video on, I mean, she's been in show business since she's been 12 years old. Yeah. She's got, she's in a position far beyond most mortal men. And in the middle of the video, she talks about how wrong it is to denigrate people because of their skin color. And then she talks about white privilege. And I'm like,
right.
Yeah. And so she, so far as I can tell, she's living in a bubble in which no one is saying, hey, do you understand what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is there any oppositional thinking coming her direction at all? And, probably not.
Well,
but
that's
anyway.
what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's why they pay us the big bucks.
And she was really happy. She has a portion in the video where she's really happy about the trolls she knows are going to be like, say nasty words at her and things. So I was like, God, I'm so happy that you are welcoming of differing opinions.
I'm excited to watch that video, Scribe.
No, I'm excited for you to watch it.
I'm excited
so
for all
excited.
Of your videos, Scribe.
Yes. So what are you up to, Real? It's your turn.
So
best for last.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
So kind.
Jesus Christ. I like it.
Hey, so how do you feel about plungers? So I spent the entire day writing up a script in response to No Bullshit, who I am promptly going to really sort of tear apart his video, because look, I absolutely welcome opposing opinions, and that's totally fine. And even in the script that I'm writing, I am doing a lot of reaching across the aisle and being like, okay, I feel that, or I'm with you here, and I'm trying to really make it a habit of instead of just flat out opposing people, is trying to actively find middle ground where I can sort of meet them halfway with. Even though I don't think he deserves it as a human, I am just doing that because I'm trying to be the better person. And that's hearkening to this Twitter interaction that we had early this morning, where he was just being a complete dick. But so I'm going after his video on the transgender issue, because I feel as though he got onto he got to his computer desk and sat down and started talking and didn't think at all about anything that he was saying. I mean, none of the claims that he's making are corroborated by any information. He cites 0 sources. The entire video is just, this is how I feel about this. And for somebody with as much influence and outreach that he has, I think that he owes it to his subscribers to speak from a place of truth, or at least with the intention of finding truth, instead of just repeating a narrative or recycling talking points that he's heard from other places. Because that's what I feel like No BS is I don't get anything new from him. Rather, I hear him reaffirming the biases of his audience and of sort of the expectations that his audience would have of him. And that's his problem. And then that's no big deal. I mean, he's obviously very successful. But I took an issue with his video, and I'm going, and I don't like doing this, but I'm going point by point. So far, I've written 10 pages and not even halfway done. It is a big video. Because I'm going point by point, and I have a long research list, and if you saw the amount of tabs that I had open of information, it's ridiculous. But I'm trying to be extremely thorough because I'm taking on somebody who could bury me in negative attention if he wanted to, and whose audience would surely listen to him. So I have to be as reinforced with just data as I can, and it's just taken me a long time. So I've literally have been working on that script for maybe 7 hours today, and I'm not even halfway done. So.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
How long do you imagine the final video is going to be?
Usually, so like, oh God, I don't know, because usually I write like for like a pretty streamlined video, I'm looking at maybe a minute per page. So
okay.
If I'm just about halfway through now, and to be honest, I don't remember if there's going to be a lot for me to talk about later in the latter half of this video, because the initial half he makes a lot of claims and they're all very baseless, and so I'm writing literal essay length responses to like 7-second clips.
Sure, yeah, I've done that before. Yeah,
extremely thorough. So the latter half of the video might not need that much attention, in which case it might not be that long. But ideally, I'm hoping it's not any longer than 12 minutes, if I can do that. But if like the rate of the way that I'm writing continues through the rest of the video that I have to respond to, it's probably going to be looking like 20 minutes, and I don't want to produce a 20-minute long video. I don't feel like anyone's going to want to watch that, and that's a thing that for all that work, I would hate to produce an overtly long video and then just be like, oh, people, I don't want to watch 20 minutes of this guy talk, and so I'm very like, yeah.
That's why I have so few subscribers, is because I make long videos.
I mean, I think people's attention span is like, I think 5 to 7 minutes is like a really sweet place to be.
Yeah,
and
that's where
yeah, but I can't with this one. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I always feel like a completionist with some of these guys. It's just like the video I just did the other day on the guy who was talking about native or indigenous knowledge in teaching it in schools and things. I initially was just going to do the first 6 minutes of this 17-minute talk or whatever. But as I listened to the rest of it, I thought everything leads into the next thing, and it's all part. I mean, he does tie everything into one narrative, so leaving half of it behind just doesn't feel right. So I just kept going. I don't know how worthwhile that is, but I have that twitch, I suppose.
I feel the same way, because I feel like if I don't address everything that I can, then I am lending credence by leaving those points alone.
Right.
And yeah. I just can't let that go. I just can't.
Yeah. By omitting a point, you're ceding to his correctness. Essentially, it's like, well, I can't counter that, so I'm leaving it off the table again.
Yeah. And so I'm even making it a point to, like, for instance, one of the things that he says in his video is that is the issue of hormone replacement therapy and how it's like it's got to be a constant medication. Well, how do we reconcile that? He doesn't speak as eloquently, but how do we reconcile that with active combat troops? And I'm like, that's you've got a point. And so I'm trying to even take time to do that, where it's like, that is something that we have to look at, and you're absolutely right. It's a legitimate concern. And so that's also taking time, is that I'm trying to reach across the aisle. And so that's what I've been doing all fucking day long. And yeah.
I'll watch all of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
SDA.
Well, your content's good. I don't think people would have an issue sitting through watching you say stuff for
it's worthwhile.
20 minutes.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
People have told me that they would sit through watching me read the dictionary, and I don't believe them for a second. I'm tempted.
I could listen to your voice for a whole dictionary. Yeah.
Oh my!
I really talked into doing that.
Yeah,
it's not ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR.
I don't like it.
Oh, I'm working up a video actually, and I might do it for next week. It's going to be called "Stop Asking Me to Do ASMR." And
nice.
And I'm really excited to get to that one. So
that one I probably won't watch because ASMR creeps me out. I don't know why.
I think I'm real, and I just want you to know that I love you. Well, anyway, that's it for YouTube, I guess.
Is there any other overwhelming YouTube drama right now? Kraut put up a video concerning his Rage After Storm thing.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. I haven't seen it yet.
There's some good drama going on with Joy Sparkles.
Oh, what's happening with Joy Sparkles?
I can't stand that woman.
Her channel is
I want to get
crashing.
into a fight. I want to get into a fist fight with Joy Sparkles, because not because I don't like, I mean, I don't really like her, but I really feel like that will do wonders for my channel.
Probably bleeds glitter.
If we get into a fist
cocaine
fight.
and glitter. She's insane. Can I just be flippant for a second? I think that Joy Sparkles is completely insane. I think that she
I agree.
Her brain is fucked.
Yeah, she's so fucked. Sorry, go on, Monkey.
Yeah.
She went on a stream. She's been getting a lot of shit for calling black people brown people. And I don't know why. But people have been giving her shit for that. So she decided it would be a good idea to make a joke about that. And the joke starts out with her talking about anal sex. Oh, wait, it gets better.
Dumb people shouldn't make jokes. Uh-oh, I'm scared for her.
She says that people having butt sex leads to poop getting in the penis. And that's how sick babies are born. And then she says that that's how brown babies are born. They're poo babies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's almost as bad as the whole Mormon thing, where they just think that brown people are like cast off demons from.
Oh, the Lamanites.
Yeah. That's really, really terrible. I can't believe she would think that's a good idea to say.
She said she was joking, and I believe her that she was joking.
I believe that she was joking, but like jokes only work if they're funny.
That's the thing. That humor, like this is something that people don't understand. Humor is a responsibility, and that's part of the reason why I have no interest in being funny on my channel. Is because I don't think that I could. I don't think that I could handle that responsibility. I don't think that I could handle the responsibility of being funny, because being humorous is a device to I don't know. I mean, to sort of like show people their own vulnerabilities, or to reveal something that's normal and make people look at it in a different way. It's such a powerful device that should only be in the hands of the most capable, funny people. And if you even because things like this happen.
Apparently, her justification is that's how she copes with being butt raped.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Cryptic. SDA, your transgender military video is on point. I had to just deal with straight military living in one building, and it was already a nightmare to keep order. This would make it impossible. I think all of those points are... See, I think that is also the other thing, is like the logistic nightmare. Because like, what do you do if somebody's, hasn't had their thingy like turned inside out into a smush cookie? Where do you put them?
Smush cookie.
By the way, I have smush cookie shirts.
Can we make that a thing? I like biscuit box.
Biscuit box.
Biscuit box. Jesus. Cracker Barrel.
Oh my God.
Oh, that would be awesome. That's my nickname from college. That's what they called me.
Cracker Barrel.
We got a Cracker Barrel. Like, they've just been popping up in places where they shouldn't be. Like, Cracker Barrel is supposed to be on the interstate, and you're only supposed to go there if you're a sad hick on vacation. And now it's like in places where people are not on vacation and nowhere near an interstate, and it makes me sad because it's not, you have to be in a certain position to go to a Cracker Barrel. It's just wrong.
You're not Southern. Southern people love Cracker Barrel. You're fucking from Connecticut.
I'm not from Connecticut. It's not where
all of you.
No.
All of you East people are lesser. I'm just going to come out and say that now.
Left coast is the best coast.
No,
left coast is the best
coast. No.
Y'all, let's go down to Santa Monica and get some dank burritos, dog. Yeah, boy.
I'll fight you.
Yeah, sure. As long as there's oil involved.
Ew, that like would suck up your skin for days.
Is Cracker Barrel like a dilapidated restaurant chain?
I've been in one like once, I think, when I was like 4, and it freaked me out.
Is it like elephants, where like Southern Americans go there at the end of their lives? Is that?
It's where Southerners go to die.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh yeah, everybody's like, I'm gonna take away your Southern card, SDA, for not liking Cracker Barrel. Okay, well, fuck off.
That'd be like saying you don't shop at Walmart. Come on.
I don't like
Cinder
Walmart
Peach,
either, but
Cinder Peach in the chat points out that the West Coast has Team 10, so there you go. Jake Paulers. Dabbit.
Oh God.
Dabbing on them haters.
oh,
Sorry, whenever I say things like that, I sound like someone's dad. I don't know why it doesn't come out right.
They clarified in chat that she like heavily implied it in a stream, as far as Joy Sparkles being butt raped goes. And yeah, Bae, I'll take you to Walmart on a Saturday, and we'll also have to go at like 3 o'clock in the morning because that's even more fun.
In Australia, is it Wallaby Mart?
No.
Sorry, no, you kind of missed the mark on that one. See, humor is a responsibility.
I think you did just fine.
Oh, thank you, Monkey. You
No,
saved my
that
ego.
one.
That's
And
fine.
I'm perfect with the comedy.
Oh yeah.
So Joy Sparkles was raped as a child. Is that true? Do we know that?
That's what she says now.
That's what she says, and so that's her justification for making a butt joke like that. And so what is this the end of Joy Sparkles? I guess is my big question.
Well, she's lost 1,000 subs, more than 1,000 subs in the last 4 days, and is still going down. So we'll see.
Wow. I'm not too sympathetic.
Pooh Babies is just not funny. I mean,
the way you said
I'm
it.
pretty sure that even like a
It's
KKK
wrong.
member saw that and was like, no.
That's
Like it just.
yeah. I've got to see. I don't do very well with secondhand embarrassment, but I would love to see that clip, just to experience.
Oh, it's all over the internet.
Oh, got it. Okay, I can't wait. I'm sure
It's
somebody
only like 36 seconds long if you watch the shortest version of it. Yeah, it's bad.
Someone asked if she's mentally stable. No. Obviously not.
That's Cinder Peach.
She
I'm a big
released-
fan of Cinder Peach. Shout out.
Her
to
last
Cinder
video, she's going to be taking a break because her health is just so bad. It's making it impossible for her to do what she wants with her channel.
Peach. She's talked about that
kidding me?
before. I think she's made
so
that
full of
excuse
shit.
before. Like
That's
yeah,
a
she's-
whoops, fucked up excuse.
Yeah, and I think Joy Sparkles is sort of like the Icarus story manifest. I think she went from nothing to somewhere so quickly that it's just like she just flew too close to the sun.
Careful, Icarus.
Trying to
See,
oh, go ahead.
she is a con artist. I mean, no, I'm serious. If you look into her, and especially the way her YouTube channel grew, she was on Worski's channel and made it sound like she was just this innocent flower who was new to YouTube and just accidentally did all these things. She is a fucking liar. And I'm not going to, because I don't want people reporting her, but she does some dirty shit on YouTube that is against the TOS that has helped her out a lot.
Huh.
Don't for a second believe that she's just, an accidental jackass.
I always found her to be like infuriatingly obnoxious. She's like a Gilmore Girls episode. She talks so damn fast.
Oh,
Bae is going to kill you.
By the way, I love Gilmore Girls. I've seen every episode, so don't.
What to say?
I kid you not.
I was like,
Luke
she's
and
gonna have
Lorelai
a cow.
belong together. Okay. And Logan is best. Fuck Jess. Fuck Dean. But what was I gonna say? Yeah. I also have to wonder, like, is the Warski live show going to be sort of like the gates through which all questionable YouTubers have to walk through? Because he's got Rage After Storm. He's got fucking Jordan Sparkle, whatever her name is now. I don't know. I just think it's great that his show is like the place where I get to get a preview of like a few months times like YouTube drama. It's fantastic.
Hey, Monkey. So you're
Oh,
going on a
I
Warski
mean,
stream soon,
I was
aren't
about
you?
to say, Monkey's going to be on the Warski
Oh
stream.
shit!
Yeah,
So Monkey, we're just about 3 months away from your.
we're about. Yeah, you're about to have a breakdown. Everybody stick around for the Monkey breakdown.
You had a good run. You had a very good run, Monkey. I
did.
loved your content. I think that you're just a unique voice in the community. I can't wait to watch you crash.
The Warskis where creators go to die.
Yeah,
They're the
it's like the elephant. YouTube. It's like the elephant graveyard. It's where YouTubers go at the end of their lives.
You see, the problem is he has to have a guest like every day, so he's going to get the shit once. That's why we only have a guest once a week.
Yeah,
we can vet you guys properly.
Well, my nudes are yet to come out. I mean, that's going to happen at some point. So I'm sorry.
I've seen them.
Oh, really?
Nice
were you okay with them all on my left? Never mind.
Uzi Q, nobody's hating on the Warskis. I love Andy, I love Chris, but they've had a couple of misses lately. Having Rage on was not good. Him being on the stream with Blair over the whole crazy hair thing was just horrible. And yeah, he had Joey Sparkles on not long ago. The problem is they're Canadian. They're too goddamn nice. I've even told him that. He needs to be meaner to people.
Yeah, and also maybe like lower the standards for himself, because a guest every day is just undoable. There aren't enough content creators to sustain that.
Well, he hasn't had me yet, so don't tell him that yet. Like, let him have me on. Then you can calm down. Calm down.
My outlook is more of like at some point he's going to have to get to me, right? I mean, there's no.
Yeah, no, because I'm like, Monkey's going to go on there. He's going to talk. I mean, like, mostly what he's going to talk about is how adorable I am.
Excuse me, how adorable I am?
Every barrel has a bottom they got to scrape eventually. So yeah, they'll get to you.
maybe they're going in alphabetical order, in which case I will go before you, SDA.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah. Okay. I was thinking
Shuan had followed me on Twitter today, so I'm moving.
Well, she already doesn't like me, so.
Why?
She doesn't?
Because she thought that I called Michael Rowlands a pedophile when I just called him creepy.
Oh.
And I informed her that if I wanted to call him a pedophile, I would have. But
if I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead. But anyway.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, except for pedophiles and
just calling them.
So she doesn't like.
Maybe that's why she doesn't like me, because I started off by calling him chicken fucker.
Chicken fucker.
He looks like Chicken Fucker from South Park. Season 2, guys. Check it out. I'm not lying. He looks just like the Booktastic bus driver.
I thought you were talking about Chicken Fucker from Devil's Rejects.
I haven't seen that.
This is how young I am. My mom didn't let me watch South Park growing up, so I to this day have yet to watch it. That's how much of a baby I am.
Start at the beginning and just enjoy.
Yeah. Really? Is it good? It just seems a little abrasive. It seems a little much.
a little abrasive.
A little abrasive.
You watch Monkey's content, though, don't you?
Monkey is such a I feel like Monkey goes to church on Sundays in his best suit and tie.
You know what? You know what else is true about Monkey? He's never watched porn.
Yep.
Never.
No way.
The first time he told me that, I actually was like, "Oh, really?" He had me for like a good 2 minutes.
I've never given you any reason to doubt that.
Oh, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second.
I believed it for like a whole 120 seconds, and then I was like, "Wait a minute."
That is shit no guy over 20 would believe, and any woman would. You could tell.
I'm pretty gullible. To be fair, I'm.
No, you have to be careful with me, because if you tell me something that ridiculous, I'll be like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, I'll be like, "What? No."
One of those male-female differences is that, and you see this with guys dating, they'll often tell women that they either don't watch porn or that they've only seen it and laughed at it because they think it's so silly, and that's not true. They've beaten off to that shit. Don't listen to them. They're lying to you, ladies.
Absolutely. That's ridiculous. It's sort of like it's like when news outlets say they don't have bias. Like, everybody has bias. Everybody watches porn. All men watch porn, at least. 99.83% of men watch porn.
Except the golden one.
Yes.
Except the ones that don't have internet access. I don't know.
Do you know who the golden one is?
Who's? Oh yeah, that dude that's just kind of too silly to make a
Jack
response
Steroid.
video about. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, he
Well,
doesn't
I was looking around for like alt-writers or just general like conservatives to make videos about, because I'm like, oh, I'm so sick of this, you know, treading the same ground with liberals. Like, I get it. I think we all get it. I want to try to attack the alt-right. And I found this dude, the golden one, and I'm like, he's got to be a parody. He can't be real. I refuse to believe that.
I love the golden one. I just he's great. I like watching his content. It's
So
fun.
but
SDA porn.
Is he ironic? Is it an irony
I
thing? Or
don't
is it
think so,
really-
but I love it because
No, he's
he calls like other people mere mortals, and I think that's hilarious. And
Yeah.
then Monkey kept pointing out in his video that he thinks that men should have beards, and
You know what he is? He's like the living embodiment of like a Nightwish song. You know? and
Oh,
and that's
Nightwish.
kind of cool, I guess. You know, so like
man.
fire, you know, just like super like that kind of thing, and just that's what he is. And
no,
have
I
so
think
many
he's a
friends in
gem of
college.
YouTube. I hope he never leaves because he's great.
Oh, me too.
He
I
makes
think
me
he's great
happy.
for the wrong reasons. He's horrible, but he's fun to watch. It's like a train wreck.
yeah, perpetual chain wreck.
It's
I love
great.
when he tells guys how to get girls. It's just funny as shit. Mostly, it's about the beard. Gotta have the beard.
Beard.
I like how he
Women
says
don't
beta
fuck about
leftist too, because he, like, with his accent, it sounds funny because he's like beta leftists, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's great. I'm okay with it.
Well, anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say on the golden one, I guess. That's the most.
squeaky door.
Speaking
Whoa.
of, who is that? Who is it?
That's the youngest.
Say hi.
Sunky.
Say hi.
Hi everyone.
There you go.
Hi, Sunky.
I waved, but you couldn't see that part.
What you
How
missed there
many-
is he said he waved, but you couldn't see it.
How many baby monkeys do you have?
3.
3 little
And then
baby
there's a grand monkey as well.
And another one on the way.
Another one on the way.
Wow.
So there are 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
It sounds like
How
the
many
beginning of a nursery
Fallen
rhyme.
off, and it is. How many have fallen off and bumped their heads?
Oh shit! It is
4.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds like a nursery rhyme. Well, surprise, surprise.
No, apparently, like, I was taught that in nursery school, and I came home just like saying something, and like completely like where you couldn't understand me, and just kept hitting myself in the head. And it took my parents like forever to figure out what the fuck I was saying, because they were like, "Stop hitting yourself." And I was like, "It's a thing." Yeah, it's a thing.
Wow, I haven't thought about that in like 20 years. That's incredible.
So like birth? How old are you?
Yeah. since I was sliding out of my
Ew, okay, all right. No.
This is a family show. Not that kind of family show.
This is a family show, really, with the plunger and everything.
Yeah, it's a different Adam's Family.
Biggest Mikey says, Ranting Monkey, wait, you have a fidget spinner. How did you have kids? That ain't
He
nice.
got laid before he got the fidget spinner.
Yeah, I've grown into my gayness. Leave me alone.
So fidget spinners just seem like a like an encumbrance. Like, how does that not create more distraction?
That's what I said.
What?
Well, apparently I said biggest Mikey. I meant backscan. Sorry about that.
They're so easily confused.
Well, biggest Mikey's name popped up there.
No,
I can't tell them apart.
yeah, no.
All
Because
these
they're
chat
black,
people look
right?
the same.
They're just words on a screen.
Yeah.
Biggest
Biggest
Mikey-
Mikey's freaking out.
Yeah, Lady Monkey corrected me. Oh, but fuck you. You said my monkey was made in paint, you little pain in the ass. This is a Photoshop monkey, goddammit.
That is. Oh man, it's high quality.
Is it really? I thought the humor about it was that it was a paint, like an MS Paint thing.
No, this was actually built very simply just so that I could quickly adjust his features and his moods. But yeah, it's all done in Photoshop.
Huh. Is it like
Racist monkey fuck. I didn't say anything racist. I said nothing racist.
we haven't made any shitty butt jokes?
Oh God. God.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you sound real sorry. It's the laughter that does that.
I'm not sorry.
SDA, you missed something during YouTube. You didn't mention that Mikey's thing went live today.
Oh, I did a thingy.
Oh.
Went live.
Let me help you.
Use your words.
Biggest Mikey runs a podcast, and he had Some Dumb American here on as a guest, and that went live today. You can find it on Mikey's. I don't know. Does he upload those to YouTube?
He does.
I don't know if he does, but I know it's linked on his Twitter. It's linked on my Twitter. Check it out. A thingy, yes, a thingy.
Minding Freedom says Mikey's thing went live today.
With SDA.
Ew.
Your dad's not watching it, is he?
Wop 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 wow.
You said
I've been
thing.
really trying, baby.
Oh my!
I said we just make him sing the rest of the time.
I know, right?
No.
You should just do a singing stream. Take
I could do
yeah,
that.
take donations for requests. Like, hey, sing me some Nightwish.
Oh God, what is the
I want some
Master,
Carpenters.
Apprentice, Heartborn, Seven Seeker. You know, the whole thing. I fucking love that song, dude.
Oh my god.
Okay, where is this stream headed?
Yeah, where are we?
Well, we're basically to YouTube time. Like, we have shit talked our way to fuck.
Whoa.
Okay, we have
Back
shit
up.
talked our way to like chat time. So
There you go.
there we
Sweet.
This is great. This is my favorite stream.
Guys, what that means is SDA's channel, so I have to do announcements here. It's your turn. Questions, comments, concerns, things we haven't already addressed that you've said. Repeat them now, and we'll do our best to answer them. We have a guest. Feel free to ask him any horrible thing you wish, except Magoon, who can go fuck himself. So let's see what dun, dun, dun. What do you got for us, guys? What the actual fuck? We don't know. Thanks, Lynette.
Not a question. It
It
doesn't have
seems
a
to
question
be.
mark.
Okay, maybe it's a statement. What the actual fuck? No, see, that still came out as a question.
What the actual fuck?
There you go. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah.
I would low key watch that furry movie.
Oh, the fur.
Yeah, the Heil the Fur.
In a world where one man must face a furry evil, I have to face a furry evil.
To face the Third Reich.
Yeah. Tom Cruise.
Kelvin Robinson, have you guys seen The Golden Child? Of course, that's an excellent
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah.
Murphy movie.
Eddie Murphy, yo.
Great Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh,
Right up there
new
with
guy?
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I got a couple of questions here. Vampire in Brooklyn, by the way, is a golden piece of cinematic history. Don't talk shit.
That is a shit movie.
I know it's so bad. It's better than Ghost Dad, I think, with Bill Cosby or whatever.
Oh,
So,
Ghost Dad.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
Remember that one? Did I just bring back some bad memories?
I like some of them, but man,
Yeah.
I like bad movies, but
FD Swayze asks, "What do you think of this season of Preacher so far?" I think they're really getting the tone of the comics down, and if you're not watching season 2 of Preacher, then you're wrong. Monday nights at 9/8 Central, only
on Disney Channel.
TNT. I think.
Disney Channel. Yeah.
Disney. Only on Disney Channel.
Preacher is such Disney material.
Oh, everybody was super pissed about Preacher season 1 because it was like a prequel to set up sort of like the comic book story,
Yeah.
and the tone was different. But I thought that tone was super good. And the season finale of Preacher season 1 is some of the best TV I've ever seen in my entire life. But season 2 is as wacky and dark and overtly violent and just so fun, just like the fucking comic. So yeah, watch it.
Somebody asked who the new guy is. The new guy is our guest. That is, hi, I think I'm real.
I'm
His channel should be
considerably
linked here
more.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm considerably better composed in my own channel than I am right now.
Real,
Yeah,
do you
'cause they're
shred, bro?
scripts.
Real what?
Do you shred, bro?
Totally. Yeah, I'm a pretty good guitar player. I've been playing for 13 years, and as a matter of fact, I study the classical guitar at a university.
Oh my gosh.
Which is a huge expenditure of funds. But it's totally worth it.
Brian Sanders asked me if there are any good YouTube channels that do playthroughs of World of Warcraft. He's specifically looking for the game's main storyline. I couldn't begin to tell you. I don't watch playthroughs. And World of Warcraft isn't a real good playthrough one. I would do a search for World of Warcraft cutscenes. That's what you're really looking for.
That's exactly what you want. Because World of Warcraft, I mean, you don't even read the quest, right? It's just a block of text, but you just hit accept so you can get to the next thing.
The first time I played, I read the text every time.
Yeah.
After that, click, click.
The novelty goes away very fast. I think Mara asked the question that I wanted to get to. She said, okay, Real is so far adequate at voices. Can he do a radio announcer voice? I guess I can do, welcome to Lords of the Night for July 27th of 2017. Today joining us is Ranting Monkey, Some Dumb American, and Scribe Light with your host. Hi, I think I'm Real. I guess.
It's the pose at the end that makes it.
Yeah, it's my stream now. I just took it.
Yeah, okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Hi, I think I'm Real. Better guitarist, Steve I or Richie Blackmore? Steve I. Somebody asked me also to play Bach. I can play Bach for you guys if you want real quick. Some live music. That's up to y'all, though.
Yeah, no. Sure.
Okay, well, I'll get my guitar. Just give me a second. I'll be right back.
At Biggest Mikey, your life makes me sad. Aww.
Aww.
That's not nice.
If you guys missed it on Twitter, somebody on the B board, for you guys who don't know what the B board is, don't look it up, impersonated me, God damn it.
Oh.
Yeah. Used my avatar and my tagline in a post about the whole trans military thing. It was not me. But they didn't even fucking mention my channel though. That's the worst part of it. It's like, you didn't even pimp me out, you little bitches. If you're gonna steal my shit, at least pimp me out. That's all I'm saying.
All right, real quick before you start. Thank you, Shady Grin. I would really want to move the hell out of California. Would starting a GoFundMe or Patreon help to help with this be a good idea? Very serious for a choice. We don't do ads on my channel,
we only do ads when we're on Scribe's channel. That's his thing. That's his moneymaker.
But thank you.
SDA has different moneymakers.
You're
Homegrown.
gross.
What did I say? What did I say?
But would that be a good idea?
It depends. A GoFundMe for something like that would be really hard to get off the ground.
Patreon, you have to have something to offer.
Yeah.
You can't just ask for recurring funding from strangers without having something to offer. I think that you'd have better luck on GoFundMe, but without a compelling reason, I just don't see that getting off the ground. But yeah, I can play a little Bach for you guys, just a little bit. I don't want to destroy the stream, but this is the one that everybody knows. The just stuff like that. That's what I do all day long.
Nice.
And I do, but Bach has a lot more interesting stuff. Stuff like that. And yeah, so I play guitar. There you go.
Nice.
How many did you say you had? Like you said you had, there was a number
like,
the first time you were on.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think like 9. 9. I have 9. It's a lot of guitars, and I only play that one. And that one cost me a lot of money. But she's a beaut.
Bloodwing, I am trying to find your question here. Hang on.
SDA, are your hands too big to play guitar? Go die.
Hold up your hands. Let us see them.
They're not that big. I actually
Let's see.
no. Now I feel weird.
So not to show them, you hold them up.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not
Big.
that big. I've got fairly
They're-
small hands, actually.
Like I said, it was probably just the perspective on.
Yeah, well, you're an ass.
Yeah, I
Toss
know.
in your head,
What else
but,
is new?
Don't worry, SDA, you've got huge hands.
They're awesome. She could palm a basketball.
Oh.
Are there any channels you enjoy watching that fall outside the political sphere of YouTube?
Yeah.
Pornhub.
Red Letter Media.
I think they meant on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah. Anything from Red Letter Media is just about worth your time.
I love the CinemaSins guys.
Yeah.
Funhouse. Shout out to any Funhouse fans out there. Best gaming channel in the industry. So y'all should check them out. They're very funny. They're like a Mystery Science Theater 3000. If any of you guys are fans out there of that stuff, it's like that, but with video games.
I like
Oh,
Game Theory a lot. I
yeah.
like Game Grumps. I like
Game Theory
the
is
Cinema
nice.
Sins and like Honest Trailers, all that kind of stuff.
If you like unsolved mysteries and creepy stuff, there's a couple of channels I can recommend, like Rainbot, REIGNBOT, and then Criminally Listed is one I just found the other day that's got like these top 5 really deep and detailed stories about unsolved murders and disappearances and things like that. And I always find those interesting.
Oh, I just subscribed to, what was the other one? Rainbot?
Rainbot, REIGNBOT, all one word, something like that.
Subscribed to both of them because I love that stuff.
Yeah, no, they're really
So
good.
that.
Let's see. I don't tickle monkey. I should though. No, don't tickle me. My skin is very sensitive. That's mean.
Ooh, yeah, Lady Monkey, Tickle the Monkey, or Twist His Nipples, something awful.
Oh, wow. That's,
Large Hands McGee, you be quiet over there.
It's a family show, SDA.
Rude.
Can we get Lady Monkey to do that right now so that we can get that on stream and therefore sort of like immortalized on the internet?
It's happened several times now.
She's mean.
Has
to
it
me all
really?
the time.
Yeah, no, she likes to twist his nipples on stream.
I've never been around for that.
Well, Lady Monkey, you have a job, obviously. This is
I've
important.
got one job.
Come twist my damn nipple.
And there's your ringtone.
Come twist my damn nipple. If you don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
I want that audio to play at my wedding.
Oh God. Twist my own nipple.
You may now twist the nipple.
Yeah.
Ah, that fucking hurts.
That's the point, I think.
Why do people do this? I've seen that in porn. They just like yank on it. God, that hurts.
Thank you, Lenny Steinfeld. Fucking off now. Good night. Good night.
Bye, Lanny.
Night, Lenny.
Later, bro. Let's get some dank burritos down at South Beach, dog.
I feel like we haven't read chat at all.
You think?
Ask
I'm
questions.
reading.
We're
I'm reading.
gonna sort of answer them.
I'm definitely keeping my eye out. Oh, there's this guy that's asked this like 6 times and I've ignored him. Sorry. Timothy Sealback says, I think I'm real. Are there any other classical writers that translate to guitar as well as Bach? Well, that's a funny question because Bach translates to guitar like shit because Bach didn't compose for the guitar or for the lute. So his arrangements for the guitar are really fucking hard to play. I would say the best composer who is very good at the guitar and also mindful of its limitations is Heitor Villalobos from Brazil, who was a 20th century really fucking good guy. Prelude number 5 is probably my favorite thing from him, and the Etude number 5 is good, so you should check those out. Villalobos is a master at his craft. Antonio Lauro is good as well, from Mexico. Argentina, I'm sorry, he's from Argentina. My bad. I'm a racist.
Yep.
Finding Freedom asked me my favorite NFL team, Chargers. Don't judge me.
Fuck.
I was born in San Diego.
Lame.
I like the Giants.
Do you actually like football?
Okay, so I pretend not to, but then every year I watch the Super Bowl and scream at my TV. So
You should pick
yeah,
a team and
I
watch.
guess.
Giants. That's because they're close to Connecticut.
Yep.
No, it's because my mom is from Philly and her dad was from New York.
Sylvanas asked me, "Do I really think you guys are just text on screen?" Of course not. Of course not. I love you guys.
B&G asked favorite type of porn. Can we actually go around the circle and just have everybody else answer that too?
No.
Circle jerk.
Lesbian midget porn.
I like redheads, curvy-ish redheads.
Female.
Wow.
It means female.
Yes.
Oh,
female.
okay. I was thinking
Sorry,
like
guys.
Rupert Grint. Like you just
Sorry,
sort of
guys.
like
No.
I am really into like there's this thing where people smother spaghetti on themselves and then ride each other around like ponies. You know, when you're a kid and you're like on all fours on your knees and stuff and you're riding around. So it's like just perpetually rubbing spaghetti on their bare chest. And these people are morbidly obese. I mean, they have to be. Or
Are
else
those
they can't.
spaghetti westerns?
Yeah.
played.
Well, they can only move west, right? They can only crawl towards the
Oh, that's
western
right.
direction.
Yes.
And so they do this, and they have to be singing in the style of Billy Crystal hosting Oscar night. So that's my favorite type of porn.
Jesus. Wow, that's niche, yo.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard out there for people like me. You know, it's not a lot of representation, and we need more of it in the industry. Don't kink shame me, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how I could with that one.
Real. Have you heard of the classical guitar duo Rodrigo y Gabriela?
Oh yeah, who hasn't? Man, they're great. They are a testament to the fact that classical traditions and otherwise non-contemporary traditions can still be celebrated in the modern musical landscape.
I can't tell if you're being serious or you're just being really seriously bullshitting us.
The world may never know.
Bloodwing asks if you would believe that he has 3 kids and soon to be 10 grandkids.
Oh,
No, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar.
Jesse Jess says that I have adorable hands, and Jesse Jess is my new favorite person.
Yeah, you have delicious feet and adorable hands.
Oh. Delicious feet? I don't think I've ever heard anybody describe
that's a line from season 2 of The Shield. One of the villains had a thing for feet, and he kept calling it delicious feet. It was very
that needed to not be said out loud.
Yeah, sorry.
I think it was okay.
Yeah.
I have hands like a Lego character. Munchie.
That's fucked up. Wow, you guys are harsh.
Fuck.
You have mitts. Oh, Jesus. Lego. Who said that?
Monkey said
Just-
that.
Oh, monkey.
I said that.
Can we be straight here? SDI, I swear I thought you've been wearing gloves the whole time.
Nice.
You have wonderful little hands. They look like Donald Trump's hands.
Yeah, they're very feminine and weak.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus.
Oh God, I think we angered Mara Jane. I'm sorry.
did.
We'll
You
leave
did.
her
She's
alone.
gonna come get you.
Yeah,
Look,
Australian Rage is coming our way.
SDA is always on the attack during these streams. I think it's time that we turn the
I'm
tables.
not always.
Well, you know, her other name
I am
is Some
such a
Deadly
nice
Attacker.
and never would say the mean stuff
Some deadly attacker. I like
Some
that.
Deadly Attacker.
kind of person. I can't believe you just. I just.
Believe it. I don't know why I referenced Naruto. Mara Jane says, "You don't want to fuck with me. I'm hormonal as fuck."
No, that's right. Just had a baby.
Whoa! Congratulations.
A widow baby.
He's adorable.
What's his? Oh well, I won't even ask. I was gonna ask what's his name, but I guess we're in public and stuff, so it's weird.
It's
But
baby. That's all you need to know.
baby,
Yep, baby.
like that Edgar Wright movie.
Actually, it might be Bay B because it's Bay's baby.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's infuriating.
Well, I'm the baby daddy, so.
Whoa. Yeah, that's right.
No, it's
How does it
true.
feel?
Mara and I met, and then she immediately was pregnant. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Esty
Yeah.
is 120% fertile.
So you just like, just by looking at her, just like boom.
Yeah, no, like through a camera because we never.
Yeah. Digital
hilarious.
osmosis.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Shady Grin asks, what are your thoughts as a musician on the shamisen and its use in modern instrumental music? I.e., do you think it could work, or is it just too annoying? I would love to answer that question for you, but I'm not sure what a shamisen is.
I think you need to start doing like musical streams where you just talk about instruments and styles of music now.
I can do that, yeah.
Yeah,
I can totally.
It sounds like something you'd be good at.
Nobody would watch it. I'm actually starting a podcast tomorrow with my two best friends who are considerably less attractive than I am, and we're going to be starting a movie, like a movie review podcast, and we're going to be going to see Dunkirk in 70mm IMAX, all that stuff, and we're going to do a review. So I will have all that info on my channel, and then I'll post stuff on it. I think I'll make a separate channel, and so yeah. So I'm going to start getting into the podcast game, and see if that'll work for me, because I got a lot of opinions about movies too, instead of just politics and shit.
What are your thoughts on ketchup on hot dogs?
Hate it. Deport everyone.
Necessary.
Deport them. Oh God, I love hot dogs with nothing on it. Just straight meat and bread.
But then, like, you have to taste the meat.
That's the point. I would just eat them. I would just eat the meat alone if I could. Just suck on that. Just suck on the shaft. Just.
It's gone to shaft sucking. All right, I'm on
Ketchup or mayo? Mayo is like
disgusting.
Death serum. I won't
mayo,
go in. No, the other day, I've said this. The other day, there was almost a crisis because I almost had to touch mayo, and it was awful. I was home alone. Nobody could move it for me. I had to like
mayo
get
like
out.
a spider.
I had to get out like tongs and like move it. So I'm not
okay, you're overreacting.
I'm not overreacting.
You've got these like huge hands. I mean, you should just be able to. I'm so sorry.
You sound really sorry. It's the laughter that proves it.
I feel so bad right now.
You should.
Let me get back into character. Okay. What are your thoughts on pigeons? That's a question for everybody.
Pigeons are cute, I guess.
Pigeons? They're flying rats.
They're rats with wings.
Yep. Flying vermin.
Thoughts from the Dryer asks, mayo sandwiches?
God, what are you, Elvis?
Just mayo?
I've had mayo sandwiches.
Just mayo.
Not just mayo. Just Miracle Whip. Yes.
I think I physically felt that.
It was good.
I think I felt like a reaction in my stomach from how disgusting that just sounds.
Have you had one?
No.
So you can't judge.
But I think I have like a soul allergy.
Did you know tomato or ketchup wasn't always made from tomatoes? I did not know that.
Yeah, I forget what the. I knew that, but I forget what the alternative was.
Is it made from red?
Made from red. just red. The color red just somehow benefited. Yeah.
Brian Sanders says, you should hear Trans-Siberian Orchestra's version of Toccata and Fugue, aka Dracula's theme. I would love to, but the question is also, what is your favorite class in World of Warcraft? Paladin. Hot takes.
What? That's
no
such
one will agree with me.
That is such a cheating class.
Paladin's the best.
It's a bitch class. Let's be honest.
No, I always played Holy or was it Defense or Guardian or whatever the hell the second one was? Protection? I forget. It's been a long time. But this is how I play MMOs. When I switched over to Guild Wars 2, I played a Guardian. I love the idea of being in big armor with a shield and like protecting other people so that they do the DPS for me because it's too stressful.
Paladins are just way too way too. They have way too many utilities. Fuck them.
Well, to be fair, I stopped playing at Wrath of the Lich King, so I don't even know what happened to Paladins.
Nope. Said SDA $20 if you eat a spoonful of mayo right now.
Whoa.
Go do it.
No.
Do
no.
it.
Wow.
Do it.
No,
You
I
need-
will do it for $250.
Oh.
Fuck no. I hate
Look,
mayo.
You need your funding for the hand reduction surgery. You need to do this.
Nice. No.
That might be the last one of the night. I'm sorry.
gotta shave those fingers down.
No, not
Yeah.
for you. I hate I won't touch a bottle of mayo.
What do you think it's going to do to you if you touch it?
I don't know, but like diabetes immediately. That's what.
You don't get diabetes from mayo.
No.
I'm more just concerned of like the sort of concentration of extreme like carbohydrates. For me, it's like because I can only take in like 200 grams a day according to my diet. So like I'm sorry. I'm unbearable. I know, but that's literally what I think about. It's like, oh, mayo, it's got like 60 grams in 2 tablespoons. I can't handle that. So yeah, welcome to my life.
Please, like, look. As much as I want $250, like, don't do it. Please, don't do it. Don't do it.
They only agreed to 20. I don't know what you're living in.
Well, somebody in chat said I'll do the $250, and I'm like, please don't.
No,
I was
Jesus.
hoping that would be like way out of everybody's fucking price range.
Look, they're negotiating with themselves with you, and Nope just brought it down to $50. So they went from 25 to 250 back down to 50.
I don't know how to say this name. Cormorant has asked several times if we've seen the horror movie Demons directed by Lamberto Bava.
Yes, many years ago I saw that. Yes.
I haven't, but if it's good, I'll give it a look. See, I love horror. The last thing that I saw that was pretty good was The Void. I enjoyed the sort of Lovecraftian horror. Which is
Lovecraft.
Oh yeah. Lots of tentacles digging into people's flesh. It's really satisfying.
Flesh.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
The Nuggets asked if anybody else noticed that SDA got dressed up for the guest.
I usually wear makeup on my channel.
When it's her night, she's usually all dolled up.
The only person that I'm trying to impress here, guys, let's just be clear, is Monkey. I'm trying to steal him.
Oh well, fine. I'll just sit in the corner. Bye.
Lady Monkey, if you're still in the chat, I want you to take my threat seriously. There's competition in town.
What's the ship name? Hi, I think I'm Monkey.
I think I'm Monkey.
Somebody, I don't know if you guys follow Toxic Femininity on Twitter. I know she's very popular and she has a lot of people that follow her, but she said something to me where we were just talking about something and I called her gay and she just replied to me with, hi, I think I'm gay. And I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Anyway, we have super chat.
Thank you, Plank Curation, Meat Flaps, Mayo, Diabetes, Throat, Slime, Plus, Monkey. What?
I think they were just making you say a bunch of stuff you don't like.
Okay.
Yeah. Charles DeWitt, which is an awesome last name. If that's really your last name, if it's not, then you're a fucking liar. Real, Fender or Gibson? Definitely Fender.
What else we got here? We got 7 minutes, guys. Last call.
Last call.
The Jack Cochran says, hi, I think I'm real. I watched your video on the white rose, but you failed to provide a link to the nudes. Could you link that to me for research? Obviously.
Dude, you don't want that. You don't want that.
Is it bad?
It's gross.
She had nudes?
Now I'm
she's
morbidly
a cat.
curious.
She has full on porn on the internet that you can go find.
I've never paid attention. I've never paid that much attention to her. I watched your video on it.
The first one that I did.
Porn.
Yeah, the first one that I didn't bring that up because I didn't know that up until afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
Let me so in part 2 when I revisited her because she made an indirect response video to me and Second Clancy, I guess, we both did a video at her. That was when I brought it up, and it's like, okay, look, I don't care if you want to stick plungers in your ass, like that's totally cool with me, Scribe, if you want, and that's whatever. But
I didn't do it to myself.
So it's not a problem with me. And a lot of people were like, oh, why are you like shaming her? And like somebody even messaged me privately and they're like, I don't appreciate that you're like outing her. And
Outing
I'm
her.
like, okay, it's public, right? Yeah. And also people told me, and they sent me links. And so what I said was like, it wouldn't matter if her political message and if the rhetoric that she was pushing didn't surround itself with this idea of like her being a virtuous person and that her politics being tied with virtue and morality. It wouldn't matter except that this defeats her character, and it sort of defeats the message, and y'all deserve to know. And so that was a weird thing. And I never want to have to make a video about her again. I'm really done with her. It's weird. She believes in aliens. That's also a thing.
Does she really?
Oh yeah, she's into the Pleiadian conspiracy theory. Are you familiar with that at all?
I think
it's this idea that there's like this wholly positive like race of aliens called Pleiadians that are protecting us from the evil reptilians that are like harnessing our negative energy to like fuel their technology or something. It's a lot of fun to read about. It is very concerning when people take it very literally, and there are a lot of people who do.
Alien psychic lizard vampires.
Yeah, it's basically that. They're literally aliens, and they're in our government, by the way. George Bush Sr. George Bush Sr. was a reptilian.
If there is a humanoid lizard, it's probably George Bush Sr.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I'll give him that one.
I wanted to address this. Ryolu, I forget how to say it. I know I said it once right. Has a road test tomorrow, and they need some inspiration. So what do you got for inspiration for a road test?
What's a road test?
Oh my
like
God.
A driving test?
Yes.
Oh, don't die.
That's good advice.
Listen to Nightwish. It'll help you focus. Megadeth is also a good option.
Watch the movie The Duel, or just Duel. That'll help.
What was that movie with Steve McQueen with that incredible
Bullet
chase scene? Bullet. Watch Bullet.
Or French Connection. French Connection is
also a great driving movie. Absolutely.
Or just Driver.
Tokyo Drift. It's a terrible movie, but watch Tokyo Drift.
Now that these assholes are done, just relax. Don't be nervous. Just do what you know how to do.
It's just a car. Your life is only over if you fail. It's
my God.
Can I also be serious for a second? Understand, and maybe the person that you get paired up with won't make you feel this way, but understand that they are there and they're in the business to license people. That is what they're doing. And so try and not derive anxiety so much from the presence of that person next to you. If you're doing the tests with somebody there, I imagine that's how you do it. But remember that they are there for the express purpose to help you get your license. And so, just try to keep that in mind, and maybe that'll ease some of your anxiety.
Red Crudy said, is saving yourself for marriage a deal breaker? I don't ever want to have sex with a virgin, so yeah.
I have had sex with 5 virgins. Yeah.
We'll brag.
Oh.
All at once?
All at once.
Jesus.
It was a logistical nightmare, but we got it done.
Yeah, I know, right? Holy cow. Line them up.
Yeah, I would never recommend that. Just don't. Don't.
Exactly.
And if you're like a religious person and that's your reason, if you actually read your Bible, it does not say you can't have sex before marriage. It does not say that.
Yeah, just put it in the butt.
It tells you if you have sex, then you have to get married to that person. So at least try it out.
Yeah.
And then you can change your mind.
Well, okay, well, I guess that's kind of like, that kind of sucks though, right? Because then you do it and then you're kind of, just don't be religious.
You're stuck there.
You're stuck. You have sex with a virgin and then you're stuck.
The problem is the religion. Just get out.
This has been asked a few times. Necromana has asked, have any of you ever gone to private school? I did when I was young. Like up through 2nd grade.
Yeah, never have.
No, I was a public school kid all the way through. I did like my catechism, which was a Saturday school that I did through my church, and it wasn't really like a education thing, but it was a Bible study kind of thing to get my the catechism that's why religion's awful. I miss Saturday morning cartoons, but other than that, no, public school all day. Oh, by the way, Corman's rant. Sorry, just real quick. Chuck Berry. Go ahead.
Were you is a Star Trek club? What?
3 times.
What?
I'm so
What?
lost.
I'm so lost too.
Sorry, that was
Jack
the
Cochran, what
joke.
does that mean?
That was the joke.
No, I know that was the joke for you. I'm just still trying to work out what he was, because there's several things he could have been trying to ask. And I'm
It's
aware of
the
none
Jack
of them.
Cochran. He might have just been fucking with us.
Yeah, well, you know what? Good for you. It's 11.
Yeah.
You ready, monkey?
I am
Good job
ready.
for me?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Aye, Captain. Sorry, I had to answer that.
I can't hear you.
Chat, thank you guys so much for coming out. You guys are awesome. Love you. Thank you for the donations, but thank you for watching even more. That's so awesome for you guys to come out every night. Scribe SDA, a pleasure as always. Real, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being our 4th guest in our little guest series we're doing here.
Hey,
always a
thanks for
pleasure.
having me. I love being here.
Guys, your life makes me sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.